lie can make you lose trust, friendships, and your integrity. But what if I told you that telling the truth is not so scary after all? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things you can do to avoid telling a lie. Ensure you stay with me till the end so you don't miss out on any of the tips that I'll be sharing in this video. Stay tuned. Why do people tell lies? Why? You may ask. You know the saying, the truth is always bitter. Sometimes the truth is a bitter pill. Now let's explore some of the reasons why people tell lies. Sometimes they are so scared of hurting the next person, and as such they tend to tell lies in order to prevent the other person from getting hurt. Let me tell you of a story of a man who loved his wife so much. The wife meant a lot to him, and of course there was one thing that was missing. She was not a good cook. I know a lot of men love good food. They love to eat that sumptuous meal from the kitchen, well made. I love good food too. So this man married this woman who didn't know how to cook delicious meals. He couldn't bring himself to telling the wife the truth. Because each time he sees her, sometimes he's with her in the kitchen making the meals. She spends hours making this meal, and at the end, she couldn't imagine hurting her feelings. And sometimes when he tells that lie, oh, it's so delicious, it's so sumptuous, he could see her eyes light up and that smile beaming in her face. He couldn't stand telling her the truth. And so there are a lot of people like this who tell lies because they don't want to hurt the next person. There are others who tell lies because they are afraid of being rejected, isolated. They want to be accepted by others. They want to fit into a particular group. And as such, they lie about themselves. They tell lies about their personalities. They don't own up to being who they are because they want to feel validated by their friends. And so these sets of people tend to live a fake life. They tend to live a whitewashed life. They pretend to be who they are not. They lie because they are not comfortable being who they really are. And actually, this makes them feel good. They feel wonderful. They feel accepted and validated because they fear the truth might bring a disastrous effect. And what about children? There are children who tell lies as well. In fact, children tend to tell lies a lot. Why? Because they don't want to be scolded. They don't want to be punished. If they do something bad and something wrong, and they are being asked by their parents, who did this thing? They are afraid they will be scolded. They are afraid they will be punished. And as such, they tell a lot of lies to cover up what they have done. It is just normal psychology. And this can start from telling small lies to bigger lies. And as a parent, you must identify this very early enough so it doesn't get out of hand. And my advice for you as a parent is for you to reward the child for telling you the truth. Don't be overly reactive when you are approaching or trying to address a child's misbehavior. Try to be tactical. That way you get them to tell the truth. And when they tell the truth, please reward them. Give them an encouragement tap. But then give them a stern advice to avoid all the misbehaviors and all the wrongdoings. That way, you can be able to encourage them to always tell the truth. By the time they discover there is a reward for telling the truth, I assure you, they will always stick to telling the truth. The effects of lying are so numerous, amongst which are broken relationships. In fact, there are couples who have divorced because their marriage was founded on lies. The man or the woman suddenly wakes up one morning to discover that he's living with a total stranger. Why? Because of a lie. Now, when you are caught telling a lie, the effect can be so disastrous. And that is why it's good to avoid telling lies. Lying can also make you to lose your integrity. Wherever you go, people will not take you seriously. They will always believe whatever you say, it's a lie. Is that good enough? Not at all, sweetheart. That's not good. When people sees you as a liar, it gives you a bad image. You begin to lose friendship. You begin to lose people close to and dear to you. You will never be taken seriously. And as such, sometimes when you even begin to say the truth, nobody will ever take you seriously anymore. And that can be very, very dangerous. Apart from all these, you can lose your respect. You can lose respect in your family. You can lose respect in your place of work and even in your neighborhood. So, the effect of telling lies can be very terrible. Decide to stop today. Become more aware. Whenever you are about to tell a lie, there is this feeling that can sometimes run through you. Become more aware of that feeling whenever that lie wants to come up in your tongue. Just be aware so that you can put a break to that word that is not the truth. The third advice I have for you, my dear friend, is overcome your fears. Sometimes we have a lot of fears within us because we don't know or we are unsure of how the other person is going to feel when we tell them the truth. So by the time you overcome the fear and you tell the truth, you can help the other person to overcome his or her weaknesses. So learn to say the truth. It cannot be as bad as you think. There's a story of a woman who was always enduring the husband's bad breath. Each time the husband comes to her, she withdraws. Said, what's the problem? Am I smelling? She will say, no, you smell nice. So each time he comes close, he is always noticing her withdrawal. And he keeps telling her, is there something wrong? She will say, no, everything is fine, you smell nice. But she was dying in silence. She came to me one day and said, girl, my husband, he stinks. And I don't know how to tell him because I know he's going to feel so bad. I said, come on. Do you want to spend the rest of your life suffering like this and enduring that? I advised and I encouraged her to brace it up and tell the husband. And one night, as he came close to her, she said, sweetheart, there's something I've been longing to tell you, but have not had the courage to. But today I want to tell you this thing. He said, okay, come on, what is it? You have a very bad, offensive smell. Oh, the guy was somehow ashamed and said, okay, I'm going to do something about it. So the next day, he went to see the doctor. They checked him out, prescribed some medications, some topical agents, which he used, and it helped him to solve that body smell. And today, she's having a ball. She's no more enduring that choky terrible odor. You see, just by braising it up, she was able to help her husband to overcome that problem. What about you? That thing you're hiding from your spouse, from your friend, from whomever. Just brace up and be courageous. Tell them the truth today. You will help them overcome that weakness. And the fourth tip that I'm going to share will be to transform your thoughts. There are people who feel so rejected because they want to be accepted by people. They live a fake life. I can assure you one day they'll be found out and it will be too bad for them. So, why do they like to live that fake life? Because they have not accepted themselves. They have not owned up to the fact that they have to accept their situation. And so they tend to fake their personality and project the wrong personality trait. They want to feel, I am bubbling. They want people to accept them to be who they are not. So I encourage you today to transform your thought. It is all in your mind. Learn to accept who you really are. If you accept who you really are, you will not live a fake life. You will accept your true identity and project your true identity to the world. Project your true identity to your friends. Learn to love yourself for who you are. You know what? Project your real self, and you will meet the right persons that will love you just the way you are. There's someone out there for everyone. There's someone out there that will love you just the way you are. And you know what? There's somebody looking for the real you. There's somebody dying to meet the real you. Why not take away that garment that is not yours and wear your real fragrance? And I assure you, you will find the right people, and the right people will come your way. And the fifth advice I have for you is for you to ask God to help you. You know, lying is a character weakness. Try to ask for God's help. Sometimes what we cannot do for ourselves, we need a divine source to help us to overcome these weaknesses. At other times, if it becomes so bad, there are people that are tamed pathologic liars, compulsive liars. They lie over everything. They lie over things that are necessary and things that are not. You know, that is a mental condition. In fact, such persons need to get a medical help. For people who can lie over little things, it is a big problem. They need to seek help from a medical personnel. God can help you. Learn to depend on God for the things you can't do for yourself. If you have tried all you can, if you have done your very best, and it's still so difficult to keep away from telling lies, seek the help of God, and God will help you to overcome this character weakness. I hope you have been blessed by this message I shared in this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to appreciate it. If you give me a thumbs up, I'll be bringing you content like this from time to time. And if you don't want to miss out on any of the content I'll be sharing through this channel, why not hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be aware when I make new videos. I want you to share your experiences with me through the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Until I see you next time. Peace.